Hi and welcome to Yoga with Ilona. I'm Ilona and in this video I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute full body yoga flow that's suitable for all levels, including beginners and more advanced yogis. I'll be giving modifications and options for people who can access different versions of the poses. If you're looking for a total beginners video, I will link a couple on the screen now. And if you're looking for an intermediate or more advanced class, I will link that on screen as well. Please do leave a comment if you enjoy this video. Let me know what you thought and tell me what you would like to see next. Please do subscribe because I'm posting videos every week and I would love for you to join me. So we're just going to start by finding a comfortable seated position. This can be a low kneel with your knees spread wide like me, or sitting cross-legged, which we will do in a moment. So however you're sitting, just place your hands comfortably on your thighs or your knees and draw the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, finding a straight neutral spine. So imagine tilting your tailbone down slightly towards the floor to avoid tilting the belly outwards. Keep reaching that crown of the head towards the ceiling and feel space grow between the vertebrae. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Close your eyes if you can and begin to take deep breaths into the belly. Just taking a moment to focus in on your breathing, drawing the breath down into the space between the hips, up into the belly and the chest, and then exhale from the very base of the belly, then the abdomen, and then the chest. And just a couple more here. And then if you're kneeling, make your way into a cross leg. And from here we're going to take the right fingers to the side, to your side on the mat, tent the fingers, and then with a big inhale through the nose, reach the left fingers up and over, so up first towards the ceiling, and then bend that right elbow so that you feel a really full stretch down the whole left side of the body. Breathe in to create space between the left side of the rib cage. Breathing as fully as you can. Don't worry about bending too far over at this time, just find that openness in the side of the body. One more deep breath in to stretch the fingers further away, and then exhale, take the hand all the way down to the mat. And then exhale, take the hand all the way down to the mat. And then we'll do that again, this time taking the right elbow further down towards the floor. Breathing in and exhale. See if you can get that elbow down. You might want to take your hand a lot further away, finding as much of a stretch as you can down the left side. Take another full breath in and then exhale all the way back up to center. And this time we're going to take the right foot all the way out to the right edge of the mat. Make sure that those sitting bones are still grounding into the floor. You might want to take a cushion underneath your sitting bones if you feel like you're tilting over towards the right. So first of all, draw your spine up straight. Inhale, reach the left fingers up, and then we're going to fold over towards that right toe. And you can take the right elbow down on the inside of the right leg as well. And you'll feel a stretch in the lower back here too. Imagine you could reach and touch the right toes. Breathing deeply into this pose. Don't push it too far as we've only just started. Notice how it feels. And then exhale as we come back up to center. And then we'll cross the legs back over and come onto the other side. So just straighten up first of all, and then take the left fingers down by your side, tenting the hand. And then inhale, reach up with the right arm, and then find that bowing shape with the right side of your body. You can look down towards the left fingers. Keep lifting up out of the pelvis so you're not rounding the lower back behind you. And then with an exhale, bring the fingers all the way down. And then we'll do that again, bringing the left elbow slightly further down. So bend at the elbow, inhale, reach up, and exhale to bow over towards the left side. Reach as far as you can, feel that stretch down the right side of the body. Inhale once more, and then exhale, open up. And then we'll take that left foot all the way out along the mat. Again, raise your sitting bones up if you need to find a nice straight spine. And then we'll take the left hand on the inside of the left leg and inhale to reach up and then over towards that left foot. Again, we're not going to come all the way over to the toe because we're just warming up for the moment. Just feel that stretch down the right side of the body and in the lower back as well. And one more full breath here. And then exhale to come all the way up. And we'll just swing the legs around and come over onto the knees, ready for a tabletop position. Make sure that your knees are hip-width distance apart. And then from here, we are going to walk the hands further forward to drop down into the chest for puppy pose. Engage the lower belly into the lower back. And then see if you can bring your forehead down onto the mat, feeling that stretch across the chest and an opening across the shoulder blades. If you're really open in the upper spine, you might also be able to bring your whole chest down onto the mat and your chin. But if you're going to take this more advanced version, be really careful. Make sure you can breathe fully in whichever version of this pose you are taking. If you ever find you can't breathe fully in a yoga pose, then it's a sign you need to take it back slightly and reconnect with your breathing. And then on an exhale, creep the fingers back up, coming back into tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under. Take a deep breath in to fill up the lower back. And then with an exhale, grip with the toes and lift the knees. Coming into a really deeply bent downward dog first of all. Take a breath here, gluing the belly onto the thighs first of all. And then exhale to straighten the legs into downward dog. And you can pedal out the feet here. Notice how your downward dog is feeling. See if you feel a bit more open in the chest after that puppy pose. Make sure you're not taking any weight in the neck. And then with an inhale, you're going to come forward into a high plank position, ready for Chaturanga. So you can either come down through a half push-up, or if that's too much for you, you can bring the knees down, then come halfway down, hugging the elbows into the rib cage, and then scoop up into upward facing dog. Exhale, push all the way back into downward facing dog. We're going to do that again, just take the version that works better for you. So inhaling, come forward into high plank, and then exhale, halfway down, knees lifted or not, up to you, and then all the way up into upward facing dog. On the tops of the feet, make sure you're hugging your thighs up towards the ceiling, away from the floor, to protect your lower back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. From here, use a couple of breaths to walk all the way to the top of the mat, ready for a forward fold. And you can let the whole torso and arms and head hang really heavy, just hang over the legs. Feel that stretch down the backs of the legs. And then as you're ready, slowly roll up to standing one vertebra at a time. Leaving the head till last. And making your way up into Tadasana. Bring your hands to heart center. Plug down into the mat with both feet. And then from here, inhale to take the hands out and up. Reach up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, fold forward once again. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back on the right foot. Bring the right knee down, inhale in the lunge, feel that stretch on the right hip flexor. And then step back to plank. Inhale here, and then do your version of Chaturanga. So either bringing the knees down, coming halfway down, or doing the full version. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. As you breathe in, reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Engage the core, scoot the knee all the way forward between the hands. Inhale in the lunge with the left knee down. And then exhale, step to the top of the mat, folding over the legs once again. And inhale all the way up, reach up, exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll do that again on the left side. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward through a straight back over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back on the left foot this time. Feel that stretch through the left hip. Exhale, step back to plank. Breathing in here, fill up the body with breath. And then exhale, halfway down. Breathing in, upward facing dog. And exhale once again, downward dog. As you breathe in, lift the left leg up and back for three-legged dog. Engage the core, step forward. If you need help with that, I'll link my step forward video on the screen. Breathe into the lunge. And then exhale, step forward. And come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then we're going to come into a modified version of that sun salutation with a few other poses added in. So starting once again with our hands at the heart. Inhale, reach the hands out and up. Reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back on the right foot. This time you're going to engage the core, scissor the thighs towards one another and come up to a high lunge. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, we're going to open up into Warrior Two. Make sure that the left knee is in line with the left ankle and your toes are pointing forward. Take a breath here, really strong through the arms. Keep the tailbone pointing down to the floor. Make sure you're not reaching over towards the left knee. And then we're going to straighten into the left leg, step forward slightly with the right, ready for a triangle pose. Inhale to come forward with the left fingers and then open up into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So really keep strong through the legs, engage the core. Try not to drop down too far. You definitely don't need your left hand on the mat. You should be supported by your legs and your core strength. And then you should be able to move your left arm and just brace it against your left ankle. You can bring the right arm over the head for a side body stretch.
I seem to have lost a small amount of footage, so all I want you to do is just slowly come up out of triangle on that side, swivel your toes back around to face the opposite direction and take triangle on the other side.
Inhale to push the hips back as you reach forward, and then exhale, open up into triangle pose. You can look up to that left thumb, or for an easier version on the neck, just tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. A few breaths here. You can try bring that left arm alongside the left ear as well. And then inhale to come all the way up. Make your way back forward into that lunge. And then from here, we're just going to step to the top of the mat and fold again. And then this time, hug into the legs and just make your way to sitting on your mat. And we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Make sure your shoulder blades are down on the back. And then press your hands into the mat either side of your hips, ready for a bridge pose. So planting the feet into the mat. As you breathe in, scoop the tailbone and the sitting bones off the floor, and then roll your spine up off the mat, engaging the glutes, engaging the backs of the thighs, and hugging your belly in. And then if this is enough for you, stay here. If you want a deeper back bend, then you can try creeping the shoulders underneath your shoulder blades so that you can open up through the chest, and then take deep breaths into the front body. Keep the knees square the whole time. And then as you're ready, roll down on an exhale. And then from there, just sway the knees from side to side, helping your back adjust to being straight again after being deeply bent. And then stretch the legs out along the mat. And take the hands comfortably either side of the body, ready for Shavasana. Make sure that your shoulder blades are down on the back and your shoulders away from your ears. And then just allow yourself to fully relax into the floor. Now begin to make small movements with your hands and feet. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And take a deep breath into the body. And then you can bring your knees all the way into the chest, hug them in tight, and give yourself a rock from side to side. And then reach the toes down to the bottom of the mat and reach your arms overhead to stretch the body out long. And then as you're ready, make your way to lying on one side. When you're ready, slowly push your way up to a comfortable seated position, making sure not to pull your head up with your neck. Find a straight spine. Maybe take one hand to the belly, one to the chest. Keeping the eyes closed, connecting with your breath again. You can stay here as long as feels good. Breathing down into your belly and your heart space. And then I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head and thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Namaste. I really hope that you enjoyed this full body flow. Please let me know what you thought in the comments and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. I post new videos every single week, so please do subscribe and hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button, and then you'll know every time a new video comes out. Have a beautiful day. Bye.